the hell does he do this? I'm PG, I'm chillin', and this is my review of the Kanye West and Dolla collab, Vultures, Volume 1. After another hectic rollout and another episode of The Ye Who Cried Wolf, and getting teased with delays and deadlines, he actually delivered this project late night on February 9th. After the controversy after what he said, I can imagine that the sample clearances and all the music industry acts of Congress he had to go through played a role in that. But anyways, it's here. On paper, we have the super influential and controversial rapper paired with a mostly R&B artist in Dolla. Although they have worked together on a few songs, but on a collab album for 16 songs? But then again, this kind of chemistry does seem natural because you always have rappers reaching out and branching out to artists to sing hooks for them. But Ty does do a little more than that as well, having strong vocal performances on songs like Back to Me, Paid, and Talkin', as well as having an angelic and heartwarming performance on the song Beg Forgiveness. But he has a share of forgettable moments as well, where he has very short verses that really add nothing to the song, like on Fuck Something, or hell on the outro where he has 4 bars on it. But between him and Ye, he was definitely the more consistent performer throughout the album. Because for Ye, we get some of the worst of his thoughts. Throughout this album, we get a bunch of Kanye-isms, I like to call it, which is basically a whack lyric, but then because it's so outlandish, it becomes memorable or a highlight moment. Like the bar about Papa John's, or Elon Musk giving him a rocket ship, buying his bitch a bitch. I'm not racist, it's a preference. What? You're not? We're not? And a couple of other, pro-Israel bars. His verses on the songs Burn and Problematic do serve as his only real, profound lyrical moments. And they also genuinely sound like the old Kanye. Who doesn't miss the old Kanye? Well, George Bush. But of course what Ye lacks in his writing, he makes up for with, of course, some unworldly production. That chaotic and diabolical brain of his, always mixing up sounds that don't even make sense, and yet it works together so well, and it just bangs. Like the chanting throughout the song Carnival, that give the song an absolute stadium-level vibe and atmosphere. It's like a demonic FIFA World Cup soundtrack. Or that distorted vocal loop throughout the song Back to Me, which blends in well with the percussion and drums. But you also have a big production miss on the song Hood Rat, which has this annoying sample just yelling Hood Rat in the background. Honestly, just really annoying, and it makes for a bad song. As far as features go, the most surprising was definitely Rich the Kid, who does the first verse and the hook on Carnival, one of the most memorable features on this project. And of course we had Playboy Carti, who did his thing on a couple of the songs with his new deep vocals. Chris Brown also did a good job on the first 2, maybe even 3 minutes of Beg Forgiveness. And they even distorted his vocals in a way that really fit the song and the beat. And then you had YG and Nipsey Hussle, which really just served as beginning and end pieces for the song Do It. And honestly, I would prefer that song if it didn't have that juvenile sample at the end, but still pretty good. But without a doubt, the best feature on here was Freddie Gibbs with his verse on the end of Back to Me, where he's just really rapping his ass off. As far as the worst feature goes, it's probably given by 10-year-old Nah, I'm just kidding. It's Quavo on the song Paperwork. Actually, the song with Northwest has grown on me quite a bit. I do feel that the song is misplaced in the tracklist, though. I mean, even though it's Kanye's kid, it's still a 10-year-old rapping, and honestly, it just sounds like a 10-year-old having fun. There's so many other details I can dive into, but honestly, I just made this Kanye sonic chart over here to kind of clear it up a bit and how I think the album sounds to me. So this album is not bloated nor as holistic as Donda. It's not as revolutionary or glitchy as Yeezus, and it's not as chaotic yet personal as Life of Pablo. But Vultures manages to combine parts from all 3 of them. I will say that in all likelihood, this is the most mindless and least substance-driven album that Ye has been a part of. It honestly sounds like him, Dolla, and his camp of vultures, so to speak, were just having fun and didn't give a fuck. And we end up with some memorable bangers, a couple other highlight moments, and a couple left turns and broken caution signs in the process. Quite frankly, as part of the Ye fan base, or stan base, I'll call it, I'm glad we got something out of this rollout and hype, unlike Donda 2. And I have a feeling that volumes 2 and 3 are just going to be bonus tracks added to this thing. But I'm not demanding that he give us more. Quite frankly, I just want quality. And unlike Anthony Fantano, I find this album reviewable, because I can separate the art from the artist. But even including collaboration albums, this is certainly near the bottom of the Kanye West catalog, which thankfully still means that it's a solid project. Still very much enjoyable with more highlights than lowlights. And now it's time to walk away from this thing in my untied Semitic 700s. My favorite songs are Back to Me, Burn, Do It, Carnival, and King. But what did you guys think of the album? These are my thoughts. Stay blessed.